2026 is going to be a huge year for Disneyland Paris, and in this video we're going to talk about everything new coming to Disneyland Paris next year, so I hope you're excited. Hi everyone, how's life and welcome back to another one of my videos. Welcome to the beautiful entrance of Disneyland Park here at Disneyland Paris, where, like I mentioned, we're going to be getting a lot of new things in 2026, and some of it, believe it or not, will be happening in this park behind me, Disneyland Park, although the majority of it you will see later on in Walt Disney Studios / Disney Adventure World. But the one somewhat new thing that is returning to Disneyland Park next year is A Million Splashes of Color. Now, you might remember this originally happened in 2024, and it was actually one of my favorite parades / shows. It features characters like Timon, Mirabelle, Joy from Inside Out, Mickey of course in his beautiful, colorful Million Splashes of Color outfit, and it's basically a parade / show, something that Disneyland Paris has been doing very well over the past few years and proves to be very popular here amongst Disneyland Paris fans as well. And I love the song for it, the na 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 na. Oh, it's so good, such a good show, and I'm so excited to see it back. It's going to be starting back on the 7th of February 2026 and running up until the 6th of September 2026, so you will have 4 or 5 months to experience it. And like I said, it's mainly a parade that will go down Main Street several times a day, but also there will be a really fun show stop by Central Plaza in front of the castle, so definitely don't miss that if you're visiting Disneyland Paris between February and September of 2026. Like I said, for me personally, I would say it's one of my favorite shows that Disneyland Paris has done. I just love the song, like I said, and I love all the characters involved in the show, like Mirabelle. The outfits are fun, the music is so much fun, and yeah, I for one am really looking forward to seeing it back here in Disneyland Paris. But there's also going to be some new things coming to Disney Village, which is the dining and shopping district here at Disneyland Paris. And as most of you will know, over the past few years, Disney Village has been going under a very major multi-year transformation period, and some of the new shops and restaurants we have already seen, such as Rosalie and the Lego store, Disney Style, Disney Glamour. But one new exciting restaurant that we know for sure will be coming to Disney Village in 2026 is going to be this new Italian themed restaurant, which is going to be replacing what used to be Planet Hollywood over here. And from what you can see, the works is going pretty well with it. I mean, you can already start seeing some of the floors. There's a crane there above me, and you will see a lot of works and cranes around Disney Village over the next couple of years. But this is exciting. It's going to be a pretty huge restaurant. It's going to be run by the same company that also have Rosalie, which is one of my favorite restaurants here in Disneyland Paris, and definitely in Disney Village. They do French cuisine there. This, like I mentioned, is going to be Italian themed, and Italian food is something that a lot of people enjoy. Whilst personally I would have probably enjoyed something like perhaps Asian cuisine or something a little bit different, because we already do have quite a lot of Italian options and restaurants around Disneyland Paris. I can understand why they decided to go for that, and like I said, based on the fact that it's going to be by the same company who also run Rosalie, I have high hopes for it. I think the food quality should be very good, and it's a prime location in Disney Village. It's right outside the station. You've got Annette's Diner there behind me, which is actually going to be the next thing we need to talk about, because Annette's Diner is actually unfortunately going to be closing next year, early 2026. Not forever, it will be coming back, but not until 2027. And the main reason it's closing is obviously a lot of renovations, but also the store right next to Annette's Diner, which is the Disney store, will also be closing, because that will also be renovated and turned into Disney Wonder. So Annette's Diner will be closed. This store over here is going to be changed and possibly also reopen towards the end of 2026 with a new name, Disney Wonder. So whilst yes, for a little bit of time we are going to be losing both Annette's Diner and the Disney store because they're going under renovation, especially with the Disney store, there is a possibility that it might reopen in 2026 as well. So that's something to, I suppose, kind of look forward to, even though I personally really enjoy the Disney store as it is. It's part of the multi-year transformation of Disney Village, so I understand why they have to also renovate the Disney store, because with what they've done already, it just wouldn't match. Everything else on that side, as you can see, from Rosalie to the new Lego store, Disney Style, Disney Glamour, Disney Deco, the new homeware shop, they all look a lot more modern compared to what they have on this side of Disney Village. So I get it, I get why they need to do it, and who knows, maybe by the end of 2026 we will see Disney Wonders open here, and once we do, I'll be sure to of course give you a full tour of the new shop here. But then the other new, in quotation marks, thing coming to Disney Village next year, early 2026 actually, is going to be the new McDonald's, which has been being built very quickly over the past few months, and you can see the building over there. It's much bigger than the current McDonald's that they have right to the side of it. So McDonald's, of course, very popular franchise. A lot of families with picky eaters choose to come to McDonald's when they visit Disneyland Paris and Disney Village, and so having a much bigger McDonald's, and as you can see again, a much more modern looking McDonald's compared to this one that in my opinion looks a lot more fun, very nice and retro, is going to be useful for the parks. And it's really cool how they've done this and managed to build this entire building whilst, you know, keeping the original McDonald's open. So I do imagine that once that opens in early 2026, we don't have an exact date yet, but I imagine sometime in January of 2026 they will eventually close down the original McDonald's here. And the question remains, what's going to replace this McDonald's. Disney hasn't announced anything yet. All we know is that McDonald's over there, the new one behind me, will be opening in early 2026. And so obviously something will have to happen to the original one. And it's a pretty large space here, so they can easily turn it into another restaurant, maybe a small quick service restaurant would be nice for Disney Village. We don't have too many of those. But again, we're just gonna have to wait and see. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and follow me on Instagram, because as soon as we have some news, I will let you guys know. Of course, though, we've saved the best, maybe potentially to last, or at least the park with the most exciting things coming to it next year to last, and that is Walt Disney Studios Park, of course, soon to be renamed to Disney Adventure World. In fact, at the time of filming this in December of 2025, the Eiffel Tower and the main entrance of this park have no name. There's no Walt Disney Studios sign on it anymore. It's literally just blank, ready to be changed into Disney Adventure World. So yeah, it's hard to believe that in about 3 months' time, this park will officially be renamed to Disney Adventure World, and all the studio theming is going to be gone from it. Now, apart from the name change, the first new thing coming to this park, Disney Adventure World, next year on the 7th of February 2026 is Dream Factory. So some of you might remember there used to be a very fun, some would say inspirational show here in this theatre called the Dream Factory that unfortunately closed about a year or so ago, and they've been working on it over the past year, and it's going to be reopening with a new name. It's now going to be called Minnie's Dream Factory. So whilst it used to be mainly Disney Junior characters, so the likes of, I can't remember them now, Vampirina, and then Doc McStuffins, all the Disney Junior characters basically, as well as Timon and Mickey, used to be in that show. With the new reimagined show, Minnie's Dream Factory, opening on the 7th of February 2026, they have, I think, made it more about Minnie and the characters that more people will know. So not necessarily just the Disney Junior characters, but Minnie will now be involved. I'm pretty sure Mickey will be there as well. We've actually seen some costumes of what the characters will be wearing. It looks like Donald and Daisy will be in that show as well, which is exciting. And if the previous show is anything to go by, I think this one will also be good, Minnie's Dream Factory. I remember really enjoying the songs from that previous show, and it just, like I said, it was a very feel-good show. It was also much easier to get into that show, Dream Factory, than the likes of Mickey and the Magician or Together. So I actually saw the original Dream Factory show quite a few times, even though I suppose I wasn't the target audience. It was great, and I took some of my adult friends who absolutely loved it. My friend Rebecca, if you're watching this, we saw it together in May 2022 when we were here together. We both loved it. Don't get me wrong, it was a good show for children, but it could have been easily enjoyed for adults as well. I think a lot of people just didn't give it a chance because they thought, oh, Disney Junior, so we're not going to know any of the characters, it's not going to be for us. But those of us who did give it a chance and actually went and saw it realized that it was a show for everyone. Mickey was still in it, Timon was in it, and it just was such a fun show. And now we're going to have the classic characters instead. It's going to be probably even better. So I'm really looking forward to checking that out at that theatre over there. Currently, Mickey Mouse is doing a meet and greet there until February because of the fact that Meet Mickey in the other park is currently under renovation. But I would imagine that from February onwards, Mickey will no longer be meeting here, or maybe he'll just move somewhere else. And we're of course going to have Minnie's Dream Factory in this theatre instead. The next thing coming to Disneyland Paris in 2026 is right there behind me at the moment, looking beautiful with all the lights on. And that is of course World of Frozen. But not just that, Adventure Way, the new lake, the new nighttime show that we're going to get. Basically, everything that you can see behind those walls will be opened from the 29th of March 2026, which is only a couple of months away at this point. But what I'm looking forward to the most, I think, is the new drone show that we're going to be getting there, Disney Cascades of Light. We actually got to learn a little bit more about it today at a press event, and it looks incredible. So some of the characters that are going to be featured in there are Moana, or Vaiana as they call her in Europe. Zootopia characters might be in there, a little bit of Hercules perhaps. Of course, the Avengers characters will be in there as well. And the song, we got to hear a sneak peek of the song, the main song that's going to be used for Disney Cascades of Light. And guys, as soon as the song started, within the first 2 or 3 seconds, I got goosebumps. It is beautiful. I'm going to let you guys hear a little bit of a sneak peek right now. I already love this. Oh my god. How amazing was that? And I love that it's a mix of English and French, as with most of the shows in Disneyland Paris. If you want to hear a little bit more of that, by the way, you can follow me on Instagram. I have put a reel up with every single moment of the preview that we got today. And it looks incredible, but not just the song, visually as well. This looks to be a fantastic show. The drone work, again, we got to find out a little bit more about how it's going to be done. There's going to be some drones inside the lake, inside the water, and overall, from my understanding, what they're going to be doing with this new show, Disney Cascades of Light, is something that has actually never been done before with drones. So Disneyland Paris has been a pioneer of drone shows ever since the 30th anniversary show of Disney Delight a few years ago, and I feel like they're still continuing to make some of the best shows. And shout out to Ben and Susan, some of the Imagineers working on the show Disney Cascades of Light. We got to chat to them a little bit today as well. They are fantastic. I truly cannot wait to see the show, experience it. It's going to be a one-of-a-kind show, and we're going to have it here in Walt Disney Studios / really Disney Adventure World in Disneyland Paris. But let's talk a little bit about World of Frozen itself as well. So we already kind of know somewhat what we can expect. We are going to be getting one main attraction in this land, which is going to be Frozen Ever After. It's going to be very similar to the version that they have in Hong Kong Disneyland. And by the way, I'm heading to Hong Kong Disneyland very soon. In fact, at the time of filming, tomorrow morning I'm flying to Hong Kong. So if you want to see some new vlogs from Hong Kong Disneyland and what their version of Frozen looks like, then make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. They'll be coming up very shortly. But yes, we're going to get Frozen Ever After. We're going to have an exclusive character meet with Anna and Elsa in their own location, which is going to be very exciting and also extremely popular, I think, because Anna and Elsa haven't been available to meet here in Disneyland Paris for the longest time. When the first Frozen movie came out a long time ago now, over 10 years ago, for a short period of time you could meet them, but the queues for them was so long, obviously in the other park as well. I'm talking queues of like 6-7 hours, so Disneyland Paris unfortunately had to stop that meet and greet, and now for the first time in forever they'll be coming back, in their own meet and greet location, and there'll be a virtual queue. So again, if you want to see what that's going to be like, obviously I haven't even experienced it myself yet, but as soon as I'm able to, and the 29th of March comes, I will check it out and let you know how the virtual queue is going to work, how busy it's going to be. I'm going to give you all the tips that I can once I've learned it myself, because all of this behind those walls is going to be new to me as well, which is what's exciting. Even though I've been lucky enough to actually have stepped on the other side and I've walked down Adventure Way and I've seen the lake and everything, I haven't seen it functioning. I haven't seen it once it's been open to guests. So I'm going to learn it once it opens and share everything that I can with you as well. So yeah, World of Frozen is going to be great. We are of course also going to get Olaf, the incredible animatronic that's gone viral on social media. So he's going to have his own little area as well. I'm really excited to check him out. I think that's going to be a fun addition to World of Frozen here. And then the food options. Again, once these walls are gone and we have more of this park and Disney Adventure World becomes Disney Adventure World, the amount of food options that there's going to be available throughout this park, Disney Adventure World, is just so amazing compared to what has been here for the past few years, or ever since the park opened in 2002. Really, there hasn't been too many good food options. But again, we got a bit of a sneak peek as to what kind of food options we can look forward to here in Disney Adventure World, and it looks amazing. Some new food options that we haven't seen in Disneyland Paris before. You can make your own bowls in Arendelle, which should be fun. Of course, there's going to be the Regal View restaurant as well, which is very exciting. It's going to be a character dining experience that looks absolutely gorgeous. There's also going to be a lounge, the first ever lounge in Disneyland Paris, believe it or not. So yeah, so many new opportunities for food and beverages, for dining, and I am so excited to cover all of those in 2026 when everything opens up. But we can't forget about Adventure Way itself. So Adventure Way is basically this pathway from literally where we're standing right now all the way to the lake, where you can find World of Frozen, and then in the future we'll be finding the new Lion King land as well, which I'm looking forward to. But Adventure Way is big, it's long, it's exciting. Like I said, I've been lucky enough to have gone there and walked all the way to the lake, and it's a very, very long journey. It's going to feel quite a bit like being in Epcot, and it's going to make this park almost double the size it is right now. It's exciting, but obviously having such a long pathway without music would make no sense, right? And today we got to hear some of the incredible music composed by Philip Romby exclusively for Adventure Way. We got to hear about 6-7 minutes of it. Philip Romby was actually there at the press event. He played for us on the piano, and it sounds incredible in the most magical way possible. Honestly, I cannot wait. Like, as soon as I heard a little bit of the music, I realized that once this area is open, I'm probably going to be spending quite a lot of time just chilling on Adventure Way, enjoying the music and the atmosphere, because the music it's incredible. And again, I'm going to show you some sneak peeks right now. You can listen to at least what a little bit of it sounds like. How amazing was that? I cannot wait to hear it constantly in Adventure Way. And we did find out that the loop is going to be about 40 minutes long. all with different variations of the main theme, composed of course by Philip Romby, and it was such an honor to see him perform live. As far as I understand, Philip Romby actually used to be a cast member here in Disneyland Paris several years ago, and I think that makes it even more special knowing that he's a genuine Disney fan. He understands the parks, he understands the magic. So yeah, I am really looking forward to that as well, and of course everything that's going to be happening on Disney Adventure Way as well. So that's just the music, but Adventure Way itself is going to have loads of food options, as I mentioned earlier. There's going to be some characters around, including Mickey and Minnie in their amazing new costumes, which we actually got to see them today at the event as well. So hopefully you're seeing some shots right now. They look amazing. They give me Mary Poppins vibes, kind of like spring vibes, and they look so chic, both of them. So it's going to be really exciting to be able to meet both of them, Mickey and Minnie, on Adventure Way once the rest of this park opens up, as well as some other characters. So depending on what time of year you're visiting, there might be, you know, Minnie's marching band there. You might be able to see Miguel or Rapunzel, for instance. It depends on what time of year you're visiting. And I feel like a lot of the things that they've decided to put there as happenings for Adventure Way have been inspired quite directly from the Disney Music Festival, which happened this year in the other park, and that was such a hit. People loved it. I enjoyed it. I have a couple of vlogs covering it on my channel if you're interested. So yeah, I'm excited to see that some of those happenings are going to be living on in Adventure Way. And then of course we have one more ride to talk about that's also going to be opening on the 29th of March, and that is of course Rapunzel's Tangled Spin, which is going to be the other attraction new to this park, Disney Adventure World. And it's basically your spinny ride, very similar to the teacups in the other parks, except with a Rapunzel theming, and it does look amazing with the lanterns everywhere. The boats look amazing, and even though I'm not the biggest fan of spinny rides personally because they sometimes make me feel sick, I'm really looking forward to giving this a go. And then of course we do also have a third attraction, which is going to be the Up Ride. That won't be opening on the 29th of March. We don't actually have an exact opening date for that yet, but it's in the process of being built, and so at some point in 2026 we can potentially see that opening up as well, and that should be quite a lot of fun. It's going to give some kinetic energy to Disney Adventure Way. But that is it for this part of the park really, and I would say probably the most exciting part of what's going to be happening in 2026. I mean, don't get me wrong, everything happening in Disney Village is exciting, all the constructions, the new restaurants coming. Disneyland Paris is going to get a million splashes of color back, and I'm sure there'll be some other little bits and bobs coming up that we haven't heard about yet. But really the focus of Disneyland Paris in 2026 is going to be this park here where I'm standing, and mainly the other side of those walls. Also, I've just noticed they are playing Colors of the Wind, my favorite Disney music of all time, Disney song of all time, Pocahontas. This song means so much to me. It's so beautiful. I don't want to get emotional, but yes, this is the park to be at, Disney Adventure World. Just the fact that it's going to be officially named Disney Adventure World on the 29th of March is exciting. All of that beyond those walls are exciting. We of course also have the English Gardens. I mean, I've spoken about kind of some of the highlights that we know, like the restaurant, the rides in Frozen, etc. But apart from that, we'll also be getting some small bits and bobs around Adventure Way, which we'll only really get to discover properly once the area opens and we can actually go in there and check it out for ourselves. And the merchandise, guys, the merchandise as well. I feel like I'm going to be spending a lot of money, so Lord have legit mercy on me already. It's going to be exciting. The merch looks incredible, both for World of Frozen but also just Disney Adventure World. This song is still going, but I feel like we have come to the end of this video. With that, I wanted to end it with, like I said, probably the most exciting thing coming to Disneyland Paris next year, which is all of that over there, Disney Adventure World, World of Frozen, Adventure Way, etc., and the new nighttime show, Cascades of Light. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful for you. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you have any trips planned next year in 2026? Are you hoping to come to Disneyland Paris? Are you hoping to maybe come later in 2027 once everything's settled in a little bit? I would love to hear all your comments, and also, what are you looking forward to the most about everything that I mentioned? So whether it's things coming up in this park or Disneyland Paris with a million splashes of color, or just a Disney Village, I would love to hear all your comments down below. I want to give a massive shout out to my lovely Patreon members and my YouTube members. You guys are amazing. So is the song, Colors of the Wind. You can also let me know what your favorite Disney song is, actually. Mine is 100% Colors of the Wind and has been for the longest time. It's just so beautiful. I love the message of it and the song, everything. But I'm going to love you and leave you. You can subscribe to see more of me if you would like to. Also follow me on Instagram, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.